Hey guys, it's Tin Man here. So somebody put me on to a thought. I was watching, what's his name? Crowder. And he was doing one of those outdoor university talk things. And some kid, really goofy kid in a way, like some of his thoughts and stuff are kind of funny where, he's just, and he's in university, like he had me puzzled a bit, right? Just where some of his thoughts were. But one of his thoughts, talking about 100-foot chair, instead of making a wall, maybe they could have like 100-foot chair or something like that, where people just sit every so often and they get paid $15 an hour. And now what that made me think, just it flashed into my head and it kind of gave me an answer. Because we need security. We need a lot of security. So what about a level of employment, a new level of employment called Good Samaritan? And say we have a leveling out of something like $15 an hour. And these Good Samaritans, somebody just walked by here in a yellow, one of those white yellow vests. He's on the phone. He's welcome to go get a coffee. In a way, these Good Samaritans that are just out and about through the nightlife are showing face all the time in certain areas. And there's another one, they cross paths, they bump each other's zones, whatever, and that's their job. They can stop in the store over there, they can do whatever, but they're covering this much of the block. Then the other Good Samaritan. In our many blocks, many areas will be of concern once people start understanding what's going on. So, if I was a wealthy person, I would be looking at my properties of wealth and I would be deciding, and I would be going for a lesser paid security guy. I would explain kind of the system of what he's looking out for, she's looking out for. And they get to have a pretty casual job, no drinking, no smoking drugs. If they're a cigarette smoker, I probably would say the odd cigarette, in the proper zones or whatever, or once an hour or something like that would probably be, it's hard to say what I would say. But as that person developing a program for my properties. But I'm telling you right now, for what I know, I would 100% be doing that. I went to my mother's gravesite recently here. I like to pop in there. She's right beside my brother. And in that visit there, I looked around at the tombstones and I looked around at different weathered trees and stuff. I had an impact of what they're up to there. They impact everything. And in the end, their impact is what we will recognize as not necessarily good. We'll recognize it as vandalism. We'll recognize it as a problem. And that's what we know by it. But I'm telling us right now, we cannot approach it that way. And I can't be convinced that that is the underlying statement that they are vandalizing the human stuff. I can't say it like that.